What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I had a video a while back talking about how I already had a catch can on here, and ended up I had to get a water pump put on, and the bracket got broken. And so what I did was I ordered another one, and I wanted to basically show you that you don't have to go out and spend a ton of money on these things. I think the one I bought's like $35, $40, and up until the shop, zero issues. Like I said, I think when they were putting the water pump on, they bumped it, kind of bent it, tried to straighten out, it started cracking, and then just over time it completely broke apart. Like, let's see, yeah, here's the other piece right here where it mounts to the battery box. So kind of a blessing and a curse, I guess, because now I can show you how to install one on your Ecoboost if you're interested. I've had one on this truck for 100,000 miles, and from day one it was already catching oil deposits that you don't want going back into your intake, coating your valves, because the up to 16 they're not direct, or they are direct injected, so there's really nothing coating those intake valves. So over time, they're just going to get nasty and clogged up, and then you got to go get them cleaned. So what we're going to do is we're going to dive into this real quick. All right, let's go. All right, now that we've got the old step ladder, because, you know, short people problems. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take your engine cover off, which, like I said, super easy. All you do is you just remove your oil fill cap, lift up on the front, pulls right out. That's going to expose everything. That way you can actually access it all. All right, now that we're in here, what we're gonna do is, first thing, make sure your engine is cool, which mine's not because I just got back. But you're gonna remove this. This is your PCV return line. It's gonna come out of your passenger side head, comes over, it goes right back into your intake, and that's where all your oily residue comes from. It gets all over your valves. So what you're gonna do is there's a piece back here. Let's see, right there. Lift up, pull out. Down here, up, pull in, pull out. All right, you take that and just kind of put it over there. All right, and then so the kit comes with these lines, which here I'll show you this. All right, so here's the new one that I ordered. Like I said, I only needed one thing on. It comes with your new oil catch can and, sorry, your lines to reroute your PCV. Like I said, I'm not using any of that. I mainly ordered it just for this bracket. So this is the setup right here, just like that. One will go to the outline coming out of here, and the other one hooks into your in line, go back into your intake. Easiest thing to do is lay them out in the sun, let them stretch out, because if you take them straight out the pack, they're going to be wound up and they're extremely hard to deal with. So I take them, lay them in the sun, let the sun get them good and hot, they'll straighten out. Then that way you can run them how you want. So what we're going to do is now is we're going to install it. Like I said, it's really quick, super simple, my fault. And then I'll show you what else you have to do, just so it can be a nice clean setup. All right, now right here, what I did was I took my old bracket, kind of picked where I wanted it, drilled my holes, and then, like I said, it comes with these metal clips to where you can actually put some tension on this plastic, strap it in. There's your bolts for that. And now what we'll do is we'll go ahead and get the old piece off, put the new piece on, bolt it down, and then I'll show you how the lines go. All right, now the bolts that hold your catch can onto your bracket, it's gonna be a Allen head and a 8mm. We're gonna take those off, transfer it over to the new bracket, bolt everything down, and then we'll clip everything in. There it is. There we go. So if you got fat fingers like me, it's gonna be kind of hard to get your hand in there to put the lock nut on the back. So just bear with me. All right, let's see. All right, I got one done. And two. All right. So now we got that piece off. We'll go ahead and install the new one. So I said reversal of what we just did, and then we'll hop to the next part. All right, now that we've got it bolted on the new bracket, take your provided hardware, start screwing it in back in the location I had it before. Hope I can get my fat fingers in there. Yep. Well, maybe. All right, perfect. So those bolts are 10 millimeters. What you're gonna do, like I said, just tighten it down like so. All right, now comes the important part. All right, so when you look at this catch can right here, like I said, it's all bolted up to your battery tray, which is the best place for it, because what you want is you want it higher than the highest part of the motor. So you can actually move it up a little bit more, but I kept it down one notch for this because I didn't know if it would clear the hood or not, which obviously it does with that one. But so on your catch can, you have a line in, and on the opposite side, you have, let's see if you can see it, your line out. All right, those are important. Your line in means that it's coming from the engine back there, going into here, where gravity is going to cause the oil to fall. Your air vapors are going to just circle around and come back on the outside and run back into your intake. It's a little confusing, but like I said, oil in, air out. So on this, what I did was I ran mine under my one of my intake tubes, or my turbo tubes, whatever you want to call them, and did it that way. The easiest way to do it, keeps them out of the way, and it allows you to use your engine cover, which I'll show you that in just a second. So let's go ahead and get them hooked back up, and we'll move on to the next part. All right, so that's what it looks like whenever it's all done. Said I ran them under the intake, hook your out to your intake, and your in to your PCV valve. Bolted up, everything like that. Like so, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna tighten these up. One thing I do want to mention that didn't come with my first kit, I don't think, or I probably threw it away. This O-ring is gonna save you a lot of headache. So it's gonna go on your canister. I didn't have one before, and so I tighten it up. You can tell that it just builds up pressure, and it actually seeps oil out. You can see a little bit on the intake, stuff like that. It's mainly from when I'm pulling my camper and it's under a heavy load for a long time. I've noticed it. So if you're asking, this right here is your dipstick. It lets you know how full your canister is, so you don't have to just take it off and check it every now and then. What I do is I normally check it in between my oil changes, just in case I have a lot of blow by. That way you're not, filling the can up and then sucking some into the intake. The main thing you want to do is just keep as much of that oily residue out of your intake as possible. Otherwise you will start having problems. All right, now that we've got all that back together, we're gonna put your engine cover back on. And on this, what I'm gonna show you real quick is, if you can't tell, these are not the same. They're not designed like that from the factory. But what I had to do to clear my catch can hoses, I had to take and notch this out, because what it was is putting a real heavy bind on those, and I didn't know if over time it would cause a hole. So what I did was I just took a grinder, grind it a little bit out at a time to make sure I wasn't taking too much. You always take a little bit, not a lot of, just so you don't mess up stuff. So I did that over and over and over until I got the exact curvature I needed. And then now you can put the cover back on, it sits flat. can't even tell that it didn't come from the factory like that. So what we'll do, shove your cover back in them holes, back in the slots back there. Put it over your oil fill right there. All right, and then put your oil cap back on. And then that's pretty much it. Overall, super easy install. Like I said, I mean, even doing this video, maybe 20 minutes. Worst thing about it that I noticed, like I said, was just trimming the engine cover, which if you can route it a different way, more power to you. I did it that way. Like I said, just routed it out where everything would fit. All looks nice and factory-like. So that's one option. So as far as catch cans go, you get on the forums, you're gonna get a lot of mixed reviews. Catch cans are useless, they're dumb, oh, waste of money, yada yada. In a sense, if you're spending $200-300 on them, yes, I feel like that is stupid. It's a waste of money when you can spend $30. Like I said, 100,000 miles in, I've had zero issues except for once I took it to the shop, the mount got broke. If I got to order just the mount, I'd order the mount, but you can order the whole thing for $30. Over time, like I said, I feel like it's done some good. The amount of crap that you dump out of there is insane, knowing that all of that's going into your intake. So preventative maintenance, yes, like I said, I just rolled over 200,000 miles. I installed it, I think, a little bit before 100,000. So, I mean, it's done its job. This truck's been amazing. I haven't had hardly any issues. Like I said, I just did a water pump, thermostat change. I've done turbos. Not turbos, manifolds. Ain't no turbos yet, knock on wood. But super simple. And like I said, it increases the longevity of your engine. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments. I'll respond to every comment the best I can. And I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll catch you on the next one.